candidates. We've got advisors for both candidates with us this morning. Nicolle Wallace for the McCain campaign, Robert Gibbs for the Obama campaign. Good morning to both of you.
Good morning, Matt.
Nicolle, let me start with you. I mean, experience is going to be a key in this election, and clearly it was questioned by Hillary Clinton for Barack Obama with the famous "It's 3 a.m." ads. But this ad does go to a different direction. It's much more personal, and it is demeaning, isn't it?
Well, look, this ad is in some ways a celebration of his celebrity. I mean, I don't think there's much to debate this morning about whether he is or is not a celebrity. The ad, though, if you watch the whole thing, and I hope you will show it in its entirety, because it makes a very serious and sober point. There are two big roadblocks on our way to economic recovery, and they include our dependence on Mideast oil and a move by the Obama campaign to raise taxes on just about every American.
Well, then, Nicolle, why bury
if that's the entirety?
If that's the importance of the ad, why bury the lead? Why is it that the first thing we see are these images of Paris Hilton and Britney Spears? And as Savannah mentioned in her report, these are not, I have nothing against either one of them, but they're not known for their gravitas, and in some ways they have become the punchline of jokes. That's demeaning.
Well, we've never made jokes about Paris Hilton in this campaign. And look, I don't think we're making a joke of Senator Obama, and neither were the 200,000 Germans who were there to celebrate his celebrity. So, you know, again, we are going to focus in the next 90 some odd days on talking about the issues where I think we are very much in line with what the American people want and expect from their next president. But no one can forget or overlook or obscure the fact that Barack Obama is the celebrity in this contest, and Senator John McCain, an American hero, is the underdog.
All right,
We're
Robert,
comfortable with that position. We embrace that position.
Robert, let me bring you in here. So this issue of celebrity, what they're saying is there's all this raw excitement. There's this screaming and cheering, hundreds of thousands of people turning out at these events. And maybe they're trying to touch on this. Is there a possibility and a fear on your part that celebrity starts to overwhelm the message or become the message itself?
I think what you see is people that are excited about the possibility of change in this country. You know, John McCain is an honorable man, Matt, who's running an increasingly dishonorable campaign. Ads that independent observers have said are false and baseless. The McCain campaign has very clearly decided that the only way to win this election is to become very personal and very negative. We believe that people will see that as nothing more than the same old politics and the same old policies of the last 8 years. What we need to do is something different to get our economy back on track, to cut health care costs, to cut gas prices, to reduce our dependence on foreign oil. Those are the issues, Matt, that we're going to spend the next 90-some-odd days talking about every single day.
Nicolle, I was reading something this morning where they say, basically, here's the stance on the McCain campaign. They cannot match the excitement, the crowds, the yelling, the cheering of the Obama campaign. So what they've decided to do is make those things, crowds, cheering, excitement, a negative.
Well, Matt, I wish you'd come out with us, because you'd see our supporters cheering and our crowds and our events yesterday. We were talking to employees of the Wagner Company in Denver, Colorado yesterday, and they certainly had a lot to cheer about when they heard John McCain talking about his plan for getting Americans working again and for keeping us safe. So, you know, I wish you'd come out with us and see our fans cheer. They may not be 200,000 strong, and they're certainly not European, but they are cheering and they are enthusiastic for John McCain's leadership.
Robert, let me ask you about this memo that was released by the McCain campaign, where it says that apparently he has taken on some sort of an air of arrogance. And I'm wondering if you think that that is a buzzword and a dangerous buzzword at all.
Look, Barack Obama is one of the most down-to-earth people that I've ever met. He's not arrogant. This campaign is taking nothing for granted. We're going to work every single day, just like I said, talking to voters, not about frivolous issues like Paris Hilton. We'll let the McCain campaign take care of that. We'll let them become very personal and very negative. We're going to talk about the issues they care about. Matt, we're in very serious times, and people want serious answers to serious problems. We think they're going to get that from Barack Obama. We'll let John McCain and his campaign scoop out footage of Paris Hilton or Britney Spears or whatever other person they want to put on TV.
However, real quickly, Robert, and I'm running out of time, you did respond with a negative ad, so at what point is this a slippery slope, and do you risk having any claim to a higher ground?
Well, look, we responded with what we think is the truth, which is the truth, which is independent observers that have called a series of ads, not just this ad, but a series of the last few ads that the McCain campaign has run as false, baseless attacks that they make with absolutely no evidence, including in this very same ad. Matt, that's the same false and same old tired politics that people are unfortunately used to, and they're tired of and that they want to change from.
All right, let me see if I can stop it there, and hopefully I split it down the middle. Nicolle, thanks very much. Robert, thank you as well. I appreciate both of your time this morning.
Thank you, Matt.